Hey, I'm gonna play golf tomorrow. So get my stuff ready. The clubs are in the usual place. Just pack the bag and leave it by the door.
You're playing golf again? Didn't you promise to go back to Wisconsin with me this weekend? To see my dad?
Yeah, but there's been a change of plans. Don't blame me, my boss invited me. What did you want me to do? Turn down his invitation?
I didn't say that. It's fine, I understand. Do you think you could catch a late flight or something? My dad really wants to see you, and to be honest, we don't know how much longer he has left. He's gonna be going back to the hospital again soon. We don't know how long he'll be hospitalized for this time. To be honest, it doesn't look good.
Sorry, no can do. We'll be going out for dinner after golf. You know that's what we always do. I shouldn't have to remind you. I don't know how long we'll be out for, so I can't fly out that night. It's just me and the boss, so I can't just leave him early. That would be rude.
I don't think he'd be offended if you had a family emergency, would he? And besides, is it really just him you're going out with?
That's what I said, isn't it? Are you calling me a liar?
You said the same thing last time, but you ended up coming home early the next morning. With your phone blowing up with messages from a random girl. Remember?
And I explained back then too, didn't I? She's a client. It's how our industry works. I need to socialize. That's how sales are made. You really don't understand anything about my job, so I suggest you just keep your mouth shut.
I'm having a hard time believing this is as normal as you claim. Having a girl message you like that at 5 a.m. after drinking with her all night.
Okay, I see what's going on now. Don't tell me you're jealous.
Excuse me? Jealous?
Be honest, you're just jealous because my client happened to be a young woman, right? Women can be so simple.
What are you talking about? That's not what I'm upset about. I just think the least you can do is keep a promise you made. No one at your company would have a problem with you going to your in-laws' house over the weekend, especially when your father-in-law is in such bad shape. It's a perfectly respectable reason to miss just one Saturday of drinking.
We've been through this. I can't refuse these kinds of invitations or I'll never be invited again. I know it's hard for a worry-free housewife like you to wrap your head around this, but this is just how the world works.
Excuse me? Worry-free housewife? You're the one who basically begged me to quit my job and become a housewife, aren't you?
I shouldn't have had to beg you in the first place. That's just how it should be, naturally. If you'll be having our kids one day, you'll need to be there for them. The magic of childbirth is a way more admirable job than sitting in some office, right? And besides, if my own wife was out there working, what would that make me? I'd be a laughing stock.
Ignoring that second point, I gave in, didn't I? I quit my job and became a housewife, so we could prepare to have kids. So can't you just listen to me from time to time? Is that too much to ask?
Okay, and? What does that have to do with anything? I'm so busy all the time, and this is how you want to force me to spend my precious weekend? Just stuck at your parents' house to watch them mope around and complain about their health?
What do you mean, mope around? My dad's health is really declining, you know. But they're still being as positive as they can. I don't appreciate you talking about them like that.
It's the truth, right? Playing golf and going drinking with my boss and coworkers is like a million times more fun. Can't you just go to your parents' house on your own? It's you they want to see anyway, isn't it? They won't care if I'm there or not. Stop trying to fill my plate with even more stuff to worry about. You should understand how tired I already am.
Okay, I get it already. Go play golf and drink with your precious manager.
Finally, you see how much time we could have saved if you just saw sense from the beginning? Don't forget to get my golf bags ready too. I'll need them first thing in the morning. And I'll be back after drinking.
You're really gonna go out drinking again after dinner? Is that really necessary? I understand that you want to go out with your boss and coworkers, But didn't the doctor tell you to watch your drinking?
He said to watch the drinking, not completely stop. Do you have a problem with me having a couple of drinks?
It's not that I have a problem with you drinking. It's just that you've been going out drinking a lot recently. I think you're being really insensitive and selfish about my dad's condition, but I'm still worried about your health too. That's all.
All the alcohol is still probably better for my health than your cooking. If you're really worried about my health, you should try taking some cooking lessons.
Okay, got it. Are you still not coming home? It's already 1 a.m., you know.
You're still awake?
You told me to wait for you after I got back, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot about that. But it's fine, forget about it. You can go to sleep. Don't bother waiting up.
What's wrong with you? You know I'm tired from my flight, but you asked me to wait. And now you don't even remember asking? Where are you anyway?
Stop complaining, will you? I said you could go to sleep. And that's a good question. Where am I?
Can you please just answer me?
I'm at a bar my boss likes.
A bar? You're going out drinking 2 nights in a row? Is it with that same manager again?
Yes and yes. Is there a problem now?
Is it at least a regular bar this time? I don't want to make accusations, but he hasn't taken you to a strip club again, has he?
No, it's not exactly a strip club. It's a little classier than that. The bar and the woman we're drinking with, that is.
Another place like that, I see.
What's the problem? I can't help where my boss wants to drink. It's all the same, right? We're just drinking. It's not like we're doing anything else. Don't be such a nag.
Would you say the same thing if I went to some place filled with hot young men?
Don't get ahead of yourself. You and me aren't the same. Men are men and women are women. It's natural for a man to want to spend time with a young, attractive woman. And besides, I'm the one wearing the pants around here. Just do what I say and don't start fights.
Excuse me. What are you implying exactly?
I'm not implying anything. I'm telling you outright. I'm the one who brings the money home. So I'm the one who decides what does and doesn't fly. I'm spending my own money to drink now too, right? So don't go getting ideas about spending my hard-earned money to go drinking yourself.
That wasn't even my point. I was just asking you how you'd feel if I went out drinking with young and attractive men all the time. Like you do with women.
Huh? Don't make me laugh. I don't think any young and attractive guys are lining up to drink with you. And if you did want to pay someone to drink with you, I'd feel sorry for them.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Drinking with some old hag like you isn't something young and attractive guys are particularly into. You'd just be bothering them, right? You'd have to be paying quite a lot of money to make it worth someone's time.
I know you're just trying to hurt me, but is that really any way to talk to your own wife?
If you want to be treated better, you gotta put a little bit more work in.
Excuse me? Put a little more work in? And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Your age is really starting to show recently. It's hard to see you as a woman at all anymore. I mean, I can't remember the last time you wore makeup. If you want to be seen as a woman, you need to make more of an effort. Go to the gym and start wearing makeup more regularly. That would be a good start.
What are you talking about? Have you forgotten why I don't wear makeup anymore? Aren't you the one who told me to stop wasting my money on myself? You hardly give me enough money for groceries every week. How am I supposed to afford makeup or a gym membership?
Can you blame me? I'm not making money for you to waste it away. You should go and get a part-time job you can do from home or something. As long as no one sees you going out to work, it's fine by me. And then you can buy all the makeup you want.
You really only ever think about yourself, don't you?
Well, of course I do.
First, you say you don't want me to work. And now you want me to find a way to work from home, just so I can buy makeup to please you?
And a gym membership, don't forget that.
You're unbelievable. Do you think my whole purpose in life is just to please you? Without you having the least bit of concern about my feelings?
That's the way things should be. I'm the man of the house. You should be worried about keeping me happy.
What happened to you? You were never like this before we got married.
Stop wasting your time sending me these pointless messages.
Okay, I've had it. It's pointless going back and forth with you. You seem drunk, too. But this isn't over. You've said a lot of things that I hope you don't really mean. I want to talk to you properly soon.
I don't think we have anything to talk about. I've made myself perfectly clear, I reckon. Just go to sleep already. If you don't get enough sleep, you'll somehow age even faster than you already are. And I don't know if you can really afford that. Hey, where the hell are you at this hour? After I went to the effort of coming home early for a change.
I told you, didn't I? That I was going to the hospital today? What are you so worked up about? Besides, you never even told me you were coming home early.
Why should I have to tell you? I can come back to my house whenever I damn well please.
Don't worry, I'm fully aware of that. I've given up asking when you'll be coming home.
Excuse me? What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I won't be back for at least another hour anyway.
You're kidding, right?
What? No, why would I be?
You need to come home right now. What am I supposed to eat?
Can't you even figure that much out on your own? There are leftovers in the fridge. Go warm them up or something.
You expect me to just eat leftovers? You can eat them yourself tomorrow. I need fresh food. You're my wife. You're living off my money. You need to come home when I tell you to. So stop answering back and come cook me something. Before I run out of patience.
Can you stop being so goddamn selfish for 1 minute of your life? You know what kind of state my father's in, right? The world doesn't revolve around you, you know.
And? You're not married to your dad, are you? Your responsibility is with me. I'm first up in the priority rankings. All your dad is doing is sleeping every day, right? He doesn't need you there. I'm the one slaving away every day to keep a roof over our heads and food on our table, not him. You should be doing everything you can to make my life easier.
What are you saying? I know you've been really rude to me lately, but isn't this going too far?
I'm just saying it how it is. I didn't say anything wrong, did I? I'm the one who has to work overtime basically every day. I don't think I'm asking too much. All I want is to come home to a freshly cooked dinner. Is that really too much to ask? Your dad is just sleeping 24/7, and he has a whole hospital looking after him. There are people watching over him all day, every day. He really doesn't need you there. What would you even be able to do?
I know there isn't much I can really do for him, but that isn't the point. Are you really criticizing me for wanting to see my father in hospital?
I'm just saying your job is to support me.
You know, I don't want to admit this, but something could happen to my father at any moment. I don't know when the last time I'll be able to see him will be. But still, are you saying cooking dinner for you should be a higher priority than seeing him?
That's what a wife is for, right?
You can't feed yourself, or even just eat the food I prepared for you in advance for one day.
You shouldn't even need to ask something so obvious. So just come home before I really lose my temper.
I understand. I'll head home now.
Forget it. Don't bother. I'll go and eat out.
Why? I said I'm coming home, didn't I?
I'm not going to sit here like an idiot waiting for you to get home. I'll starve by the time that you're finally here.
I give up. There's really no pleasing you. Do what you want.
I had every intention to. I don't need your permission to do what I want. You need to watch your attitude. You know what's going to happen if you keep this up, right?
What are you trying to say? Is that supposed to be some kind of threat?
You know exactly what I'm saying. If you keep slacking off on your very simple and few responsibilities, I'll throw you out. If you don't want it to come to that, take your job more seriously.
I understand. I just got a message from the hospital. My dad's in critical condition. They told me to come to the hospital as soon as I can. You should be wrapping up at work around now, right? I'd like you to come to the hospital with me. This really seems like it could be our last chance to say goodbye to him.
No can do.
What?
Like I said in that last message, it's impossible. I can't. I promised my coworkers I'd join them to drink with some clients tonight.
Are you for real? Do you understand what I was trying to say in my messages just now? My dad's in a really bad way, you know? This could be the last time we can see him. Your coworkers could manage without you for one day, right? This is a really understandable reason to pull out, isn't it? Or if you really need to be there, wouldn't they reschedule for something as urgent as this?
Not on this short notice. I've explained these things to you so many times. If you can't understand my job, then please stop trying to offer solutions. Go see him yourself. I'm not stopping you. It's got nothing to do with me anyway. He's not my dad.
It's got nothing to do with you?
That's true, isn't it? He's your dad, right? Not mine. So why should I have to cancel my plans to go and see him? That doesn't make any sense.
How can you be so cold? Have you forgotten everything he's done for us over the years? He treated you like his own son.
That's only natural. He was just doing what he thought he had to do as a father-in-law. He didn't raise me or anything. It's not like he was particularly well off or anything either, so he didn't really help us out all that much, did he? And I took you off his hands. He owed me way more than I ever owed him.
How can you say things like that?
I won't be going to his funeral either, by the way. I just thought I should put that out there as soon as possible. It's always kind of awkward talking to your relatives, after all.
Wait just a minute. I know I said he's in a bad way, but isn't it a little rude to already be talking about his funeral?
No point beating around the bush, is there? That's what you've been saying yourself, right? He's about to kick the bucket. If he suddenly springs back up and announces his full recovery, I'll eat my hat.
That's enough already. Please stop. You know it's more than likely he'll pass away, but you still don't have the slightest interest in seeing him.
It's like I said, he isn't my dad.
And you don't even have any intention of attending his funeral if he does actually pass away.
Oh, you've started talking about a funeral yourself. Pretty hypocritical.
This isn't funny! You're heartless. This really isn't a normal reaction. I know you've been getting more and more insensitive lately, but this is really too much, even for you. I wouldn't expect a stranger to react this way. Never mind my own husband.
Don't go making assumptions about what is and isn't normal. What the hell would you know? Who gives a damn about a funeral these days? You can organize whatever kind of funeral you like. It's your family's business.
You're really the worst.
You can call me whatever you want. I have no intentions of canceling my plans. I have my own things to worry about. You're more than welcome to go to the hospital or the funeral or whatever. But I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a lot to do at work. I can't go taking days off at the drop of a hat. And my boss has been nice enough to reserve some pretty high-end restaurants for us to eat at. I have no intention of letting his kindness go to waste.
You're still only thinking about yourself. Even at a time like this.
Well, duh, I told you already. I don't think I can make it any more clear. Your dad has nothing to do with me. I'm gonna keep living my life. Don't try and mess up my plans to make yourself feel better. It's not my fault your dad's sick.
I've really had enough of this. I don't know how much more I can take. My hands are really full with all of this, so you can take care of yourself for a while. I'm gonna go stay at my mom's house. That way I can go to the hospital a lot easier and more often, too.
Hey, don't you dare. I still need you here to cook and clean. Hey, reply to my messages. You good-for-nothing excuse of a wife.
I've just gotten home. What's this on the table? Is it what I think it is?
Oh, you're finally gracing me with your presence again? Do you have any idea what you put me through? I had to prepare all my own meals, as well as getting everything ready for work myself. You know how much of my time you wasted?
Is that so?
Is that all you have to say? Don't you think you owe me an apology?
An apology? You know, I wasn't exactly on vacation myself. The funeral was pretty hard for me. But you're asking me to apologize? After missing your father-in-law's funeral? There's seriously something wrong with you.
Enough about that already. More importantly, have you taken a look at the house? It's in a way better shape than when you left, right? Don't you want to thank me or anything?
Let me just make sure. Are you saying you really have no intentions of apologizing?
Why the hell would I be apologizing to you? More importantly, if you have no intentions of fulfilling your wifely duties, get the hell out.
Okay, I understand. Thanks for everything up until now.
Thanks? Is that all? That's the most half-assed thank you I have ever heard.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you so much. For the divorce papers, too.
Excuse me?
On the table. These are divorce papers, right? I'll fill in my parts and submit them, so don't worry. I see you already signed your name.
Wait, are you actually serious?
Why wouldn't I be? That's why you left them on the table, right? For me to sign my name and hand them into the courthouse? Thanks. You really saved me some time. I was planning on asking you for a divorce when I got back anyway. You saved me some time by preparing the papers like this.
What? You were actually gonna ask me for a divorce?
Yeah. Why do you seem so surprised? Did you expect me to cry and beg you not to leave me?
How are you gonna live without me? You need me. You can't keep up your lifestyle without my salary.
You're clearly the one who can hardly take care of himself. Begging me to take care of your food, your washing, everything.
What are you talking about? How dare you talk to me like this? You're at home, right? Take a look around. Look at how clean that house is. It is spotless.
But that wasn't your doing, was it? Your mistress cleaned the house, didn't she?
What? Mistress? What are you talking about?
I don't care if you admit to it or not. I already know everything.
Oh, is that right? And since when exactly have you known everything?
Since quite a while ago.
Oh, is that so? So you knew all this time and just kept it to yourself. Couldn't bring yourself to leave me, could you?
Not quite. I didn't want to deal with the divorce while my dad was going through what he was going through. I didn't want to stress him or my mom out. That's all.
So I guess that means you've come to terms with it.
How do you figure? All I did was put off the inevitable.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Now that my father's funeral and everything is over, I'm gonna deal with this sham of a marriage.
Hey, watch what you say. I'm gonna remember you calling our marriage that.
The marriage is over, so I don't really care. I'll send your stuff to your parents' house, and you should be hearing from my lawyers soon. If you have anything to say, just pass it on to them. Oh, and thanks for the papers. You've really speeded things up for me.
What? Lawyers? You're getting lawyers involved?
What's surprising about that? You haven't really shown yourself to be very level-headed or reasonable. So I thought the best thing to do would be to talk through lawyers.
Talk what through? Once we submit the papers, that's the end, right?
Didn't you look into the laws around divorce before you got those papers? It isn't going to end that easily. I'm entitled to quite a lot, actually.
What? Why?
You left quite a lot of evidence of your affair. And since we live in Alabama, a fault state, I'm actually entitled to a lot of our joint property because of that. And get this. It looks like you'll actually have to pay me alimony, too.
Alimony? So that's what you were after. I should have known. You're nothing but a little gold digger.
What's wrong with taking money from you? You've caused me quite a lot of trouble and even pushed me to quit my job. I think a little money is the least you owe me. And I'll probably be needing a bit of money to get back onto my own 2 feet.
I guess the one thing we can agree on, you better be prepared. Things are going to be pretty tough from you from now on. But there's no way that I'm paying you alimony or whatever. You're not getting a penny from me.
Oh, is that so? If you're gonna be like that, I guess we'll be taking this to court.
What? Court?
Yep. And since you're obviously the one at fault in this divorce, I doubt you'll be very happy with the verdict.
Hey, don't mock me. You'll regret this. Who do you think you are, wasting my time with this court nonsense?
I've put up with you long enough. I should have done this a while ago. Or better yet, I should have never married you to begin with. So you can stop with the empty threats, too. You aren't scaring anyone. You were a completely different person before we got married. I never would have imagined this was your true self.
You should be grateful I even married you at all. You are punching way above your weight trying to get hitched with a guy like me.
You keep saying things like that, but I wonder where that confidence comes from. You know, you're just a fat, balding old man yourself, right? You're hardly a catch, by anyone's standards.
Excuse me?
And I saw your mistress, too. She's just after your money. It's obvious she barely wants to touch you. Plus, she isn't much younger than us, is she? I wouldn't be surprised if you told me she was older than us. Not that that's surprising. You'd have to be a lot richer than you are to get a younger gold digger, I guess.
How dare you? Have you been stalking us?
I did have to hire a PI to get enough evidence to really squeeze you dry in the divorce. She's twice divorced herself too, right? You actually suit each other perfectly.
That is enough from you. She's still 10 times the woman you are. She is a good woman who actually appreciated me.
I guess it's true what they say. You have to drop your standards as you get older. You're happy with any random woman who strokes your fragile little ego at this stage of your life, aren't you? Have your eyes gotten as bad as your head has?
Enough from you. You're really gonna regret these messages you're sending me, as well as the divorce. You'll never have it as easy as you did married to me. You'll wish I never divorced you.
I think I'm the one divorcing you. I can definitely do a lot better than you.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have something else to tell you.
What is it now?
While I was looking through everything the PI gathered about your little mistress, we also discovered that manager of yours dating a girl from the same bar.
What are you talking about?
Your little girlfriend works at one of the bars you and your manager go to all the time, right? That manager you love so much is seeing one of her coworkers. I knew the 4 of you met up a lot, so don't play dumb. I paid the PI extra to collect evidence on his affair, too. And I gave all the evidence to his wife.
You did what? Do you have any idea what you've done?
Oh, I know exactly what I did. Don't worry about that. I wonder what's gonna happen to the two of you. The more you make, the more money your ex-wife's gonna get, right? I'm almost jealous of his wife. And I wonder how your company is gonna react to all of this.
My company? What does my company have to do with anything?
You've been using the company credit card to drink with them a lot, right? Under the guise of business meetings. When it all comes out, how the two of you are just drinking with your little girlfriends. I wonder how the higher-ups will react. His wife works at the same company, too. I doubt she'll appreciate what the two of you have been doing. It would be a real shame if you were fired over this, huh?
You really are something else.
I wonder how easy it'll be for someone at your age to find a new job, too. Especially in an industry like yours. It's not particularly big, right? I'm sure word's gonna get around. What are you gonna do? Go back to your parents' house? I wonder what they'll make of your decisions.
Oh, wait a minute. Please, just hang on.
I'm not hanging on. I've forgiven you for the affair, by the way. I'm not holding a grudge or anything. But the way you talked about my dad at the end of his life, I'll never forgive you for that. As long as I live. And I'll do everything in my power to make you suffer for everything you said.
I'm just asking you not to be so hasty. I'm sorry, okay?
What are you sorry for, exactly?
For everything. It was all on me, I admit it. I should have never talked about him like that. I should have been at the funeral too, I admit it.
It's too late for that. I don't care anymore. Just pay whatever the courts tell you to.
Please think about this a little bit longer. Let's meet and discuss this in real life, okay? We shouldn't be deciding something this big over text. Please, rethink the divorce. We can work this out. We've both done things we regret, right? I'm sure both of us could have done more to make this marriage work.
Both of us? Are you kidding me? What did I do wrong exactly? Did I have an affair? Did I disrespect your dying parents?
Well, no.
I always did exactly what you asked of me. So tell me, what exactly should I be regretting?
Nothing.
That's right! I didn't do anything wrong, did I?
That's true.
Can I just say one thing?
Of course. Oh, what is it? Have you decided you're willing to talk this through after all?
Of course not.
Then what do you want?
I just wanted to let you know I'll be perfectly fine. Not only did my last job agree to take me on again, but I actually got quite a large inheritance from my father, too. So, on top of all the money I'll be getting from you, things are looking pretty bright for me.
What? You got an inheritance?
Yep.
How much?
That's none of your business.
Oh, come on, please. I'm begging you to give me another chance. Let's try and work things out. I'll never take you for granted again.
You just want the inheritance, don't you? Since you know you're getting fired pretty soon. I'm sorry, but you're not getting a penny from that inheritance. He's not your dad after all, is he? So go have fun with that girlfriend of yours. That is, if she sticks around once you're jobless.
Wait, please, I'm really begging you to give me another chance. I admit I was completely in the wrong. I took you for granted. I should have never treated you that way. Oh, please, come home.
Reggie did end up getting fired from his job after all of that. Him and his manager were both reprimanded. But something I didn't expect was his manager using him as a scapegoat. Since his manager was in a pretty serious position and was quite important to the company, he was let go with a slap on the wrist. And after that, his manager apparently exaggerated how much of the blame was on Reggie. He reported that the majority of the time company funds were abused this way, it was by Reggie. He apparently told the company it was only once he himself also willfully participated. And after that, Reggie was blackmailing him. telling him to continue using company funds to drink with women, or he would tell his wife. I don't think it's true, but I don't really care anyway. The end result is that Reggie is basically blacklisted from his industry at this point, due to word getting around. Last I heard, he's moved back to his home state, and he's living with his parents, working part-time jobs to pay me my alimony. I'm doing pretty good too now, by the way. I got my old job back, and everyone welcomed me back with open arms. I also used a chunk of my inheritance to make a down payment on a new apartment near my office. So I'm pretty optimistic about my future. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.